Welcome, Queen. There were times in relationships I would constantly repeat myself. And there are times we can think we just need to say it again because this is the time they're going to get it. And if you have ever experienced thinking that you met the one, yet he kept you in a state of confusion or feeling emotionally drained, today's video is for you because I'm talking the mental red flag no one is speaking about. Now, let me set the foundation. Just yesterday, I was scrolling my social media feed on Facebook, and I wanted to be sure I didn't miss any important notifications. And along the way, or in the process rather, I saw this very long post. I'm not going to read all of it to you. You just need the meat and potatoes. So, the meat and potatoes is this. This man proclaimed to be a self aware narcissist, and he identified four types of narcissists. And at the end of his post, he said this: that's the trap. We don't wear red flags. We wear your dream until your soul is drained and your mind is confused. And I said, my goodness, this is a life lesson session. So today I stopped by to ask you, when you are talking to a guy or you are dating a guy, have you already built up an idea in your mind on who he is? Because if you've done that, then it's very easy to dismiss or not see red flags. And I know he said in his post that narcissists don't wear red flags. But here's the thing: the Lord never intended for us to live in a state and space of confusion or feeling emotionally drained. So here's a question for you to answer. What is your emotional goal? You know, like people have health goals, relationship goals, weight goals. Do you have a goal in mind for how you want to feel throughout your life emotionally? Because if you don't, let's start there. Because if you start there, then you can see very easily when you're out of alignment in most cases, because you are aware of your emotions. You may not know the triggers all of the times, but oftentimes you know when you are not feeling emotionally your best. You know when something is disrupting your peace. So, yes, that is a red flag. And I want you to consider this: your dream. Have you made another human your dream? You see, because if you have made another human your dream, then you have put yourself at their mercy. You have surrendered your power to them. The Lord never intended for us to idolize people. People are flawed. People have limitations. People are not going to always bring a smile to your face. That includes the man that you are dating or that the man you are getting to know. Have you gone into trying to get to know him or build a relationship with him and created a soul tie? Most of the time, we create soul ties and we dismiss them, and then we wonder why our judgment and our discernment is cloudy. We can't see clear. And while I'm not an expert on soul ties are real. And I will share with you that when we attach our souls to someone, we don't often know what all that person has going on with them and within them. And oftentimes we end up with soul ties because we engage with people in ways that we shouldn't, that the Lord didn't intend for us to outside of marriage. And I know some of y'all may be saying, I need to know what he's like in bed if I'm going to be with him. But I ask you, is that what the Lord approved? Because too often we want our relationships to be healthy and strong, but then we're not doing relationships the way the king designed. The king never said he was going to co-stamp a mess that you want to be blessed. You got a mess that you want the Lord to bless. Think about it. Is that your situation? Because if it is, then we have to take ownership. Because until we take ownership, we can't see in every relationship that is us. And our actions, our behaviors, what we do and don't accept, communicate. And whether or not it communicates what we want and need is on us. So when this man is sharing these different things about narcissists, I could not say that he's incorrect, because diagnosing narcissists is not my lane of expertise. But what I can share with you is that even a narcissist has red flags. The key is recognizing when somebody is simply misunderstood, or when someone is really intentionally, deliberately being confusing. Because we can misunderstand people, and then people can intentionally and willfully want us to misunderstand so that we operate from a space of confusion. Because when you are confused, you are not clear. And when you are not clear, you move differently. You think differently. You show up differently. Just think about somebody on the road. I used this example before. And they aren't certain on where they need to turn off. They're going to drive differently from someone, most times, who know that they know where they're going. Think about when you are confused on the road. You drive a little differently. If you just take an honest assessment, I know I do. I drive with more caution. I'm looking at the signs on the streets more. I'm looking at where I'm heading differently, because I'm not certain where I need to turn or shift my direction, and I don't want to be lost. So as it relates to narcissists, again, that is a condition that is diagnosed. So this man, he diagnosed himself. From what I could see, I don't know him personally, but he proclaimed that he's a narcissist. But I still want to share with you that even narcissists have red flags. But we must exercise discernment and use wisdom and look for fruit, and not build up people in our head that don't exist so that we can see them clearly. We must take the king's approach to relationships so that we can have a better opportunity to spot these red flags, especially mental red flags, because being confused impacts the state of your mind. And anytime the state of your mind is impacted, that's problematic, That is definitely, in my, from where I'm sitting, a red flag. So, again, I share that with you, and I want you to really think about the relationships that you have in your life. Because while we will never 100% understand everything about what a man does, we owe it to ourselves to evaluate a man on who he is, not on who we dreamed or want him to be. As always, I'm Coach Sam telling you that 24 hours doesn't seem long, but in 24 hours, you can change your life. So go ahead and do something life changing now.